Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And this is our Wip Wednesday, Morning Coffee and Crochet. And I am so glad that you are here. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Today's Wednesday. We're going to crochet a little bit. We're going to chat. We're going to drink our beverage of choice. Mine happens to be hot coffee with a little bit of half and half. Come on in. Let me know you're here. Say hello. Say good morning. Good morning, Racine. How are you? I'm so glad to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wip Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Today is the middle of the week for everyone. So I'm so glad to see you. Come on in. So yummy. So yummy. So, our first question of the day is what's in your cup? I want to know what's in your cup because I get inspiration from you. At once upon a time, my friend Connie was drinking Crystal Light all the time. And one day I just said to myself, that sounds really good. I might have to give that a try. And I did. And now I love it. And that's what I drink most days after I have my coffee. So I want to know what you have in your cup so that I can be inspired. Plus, I'm nosy like that. What can I say? I am definitely nosy like that. So, I have been working on a project from Brianna K Designs. And normally I absolutely love Brianna K Designs. This one, something went a little wrong for me. And I don't know if it was her design or if it was my execution, of her design. But yeah, I'll show it to you. So something went a little wonky. Um, I followed her tutorial and her YouTube tutorial. And at one point in the making of the tutorial, she said, we're not going to do the next few rows together. It would be too boring. So just catch up with me on row 25. You should have 60 stitches in the round. And while I have 60 stitches in the round, Racine is drinking water. That is awesome. I'm sorry I have the yawns today. I don't know what's going on, but I woke up with the yawns. Water. I probably need some water. Yeah, probably do. So, anyway, this project, I'll show it to you in a little bit. While I manipulated it to be cute, it is not something that was easily made to be cute. So I'm not so sure. Not so sure about it. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We will see. And today is our Wip Wednesday, so I'm going to grab my hook and grab my project, and we're going to crochet together. I really wished that this Brianna K design had worked for me, but not everything can be perfect, right? And so I also was having a hard time. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Okay. Rihanna K design sweet stitch mushroom. Okay. So she does have So let me see. Because Brianna Kay has a couple different platforms. She is on Ravelry. She's on her own, she's on her own website. She's on her own sales site. And let's see, here we go. Go to her actual, see, and she does designs, but she also sells her patterns, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that, obviously. But I do want to know if I can get to her mushroom pattern without, like, I'm just wondering if there is a pattern that is, in the midst of her blog that maybe you don't have to pay for. And it appears that her design is a paid for design. And she does have a YouTube tutorial. And she walks you through almost all of it in her tutorial. It's just this one little part. Excuse me. Let's see. Access my free crafters library. Okay. Well, that is super cute. Crochet planner. Oh. Oh. Free printables she has. Okay. Inside the free crafters library. Okay. Wheat stitch chick. Yes. Wheat stitch bunny. That is adorable. I may have to do something like that. There were a couple of things that she has some super cute things on here, but she's not giving away her directions for this wheat stitch mushroom. I'm going to show you, I'm showing you the pretty side right now. Hey, Sonia, how are you? Amy Ruff, good morning to you. How are you? Deb's Crochet and Knits, good to see you. Good to see everyone. Let me see. Did I miss anyone? Nope. If you are here, say hello. So anyway, this is what I came up with the wheat stitch mushroom. Now let me show you. I'm going to spin it, okay? Look at that. Do you see how there's so much more fabric underneath than there is on top? So this was my conundrum with this. The around the edge here of the cap was 60 stitches. Around the bottom was 60 stitches. Tell me why 60 stitches and 60 stitches doesn't equal a meet in the middle kind of pattern. I'm not getting it. Do you see that? See, I've shoved this up under there, but I can't shove all of it up under there. It's not allowing me to do that. So, isn't that weird? Now, hers looked so perfect and so beautiful. So I am sincerely believing that it is operator error, but I did follow her video tutorial. The only thing is, when it came to this part, you were supposed to increase until you got to 60. And she skipped, I don't know how many rows. I don't want to misrepresent, but it was quite a few rows. So I did the increases. She started out with an increased single crochet and then 3 single crochets, increase single crochet, 3 single crochets. So the next row, increase single crochet, 4 single crochets, and the next row, increase single crochet, 5. And I did that until I got to 60, which is what I was supposed to have. The only thing I can think of is that she didn't even say, this is how you should do your increase. She just said, the next few rows are going to be boring. I'm not going to show you. Let's jump to row 25. And I was like, okay, well, how do we get to row 25? Because obviously there's some increased rows in here. So maybe it was her way of getting you to purchase the pattern. I don't know. But I was a little disappointed because here was this free YouTube tutorial, and she didn't even give all of the instructions for making this underside of the mushroom. And so I did the normal increase rows until I got to 60, but the underside was this big, and this top cap, you can see how big that is. That's how big the top cap was. And they were both 60 stitches. I've never had anything like that happen to me. So I have, the reason that I have this fixed like this is so that I can set it on my shelf like this, and it can look like a semi-regular mushroom. Because otherwise it is completely wonky. Like I could do this, but it looks like, I don't know what it looks like. Anyway, so this way at least it looks like a mushroom. Now I did follow her instructions as far as putting something in the bottom of this. I didn't have any little pebbles or stones or whatever, but I did have some beans, some dried beans. And I can tell you, I can feel a difference. I didn't put that many in, and I thought, oh, that's not going to make a difference, but it does. So I really appreciate that idea. Deb, this was with Brianna K Designs, and I followed her YouTube tutorial. If anybody wants to go on there and try it out and see if you come up with the same thing I did, is it operator error? Is it designer error? Is it just a misunderstanding between what she's saying and what I'm receiving? I don't know. I am, at least halfway positive that it is my mistake, but I don't know. So if anybody else feels the need or feels inclined to, oh, thanks. Lots of, oh, Amy, you're so sweet. Amy says, I think it still looks cute. Lots of mushrooms look wonky, so maybe it was meant to be. Well, I can say that sounds nice. And yes, however, her mushrooms looked very pretty. Let me set this here for a second and let me get to her designs. So hers looks perfect. Oh, and you know what else I didn't do? I didn't she did give the instructions for making a little bit of moss, and I was going to do that, but I didn't have any green on me at the time. But this is what it is supposed to look like. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning. So this is what her design looked like. And quite honestly, it was very cute. Very cute. So if you can see, Now I made the small one. Maybe that's the whole issue. I don't know. Because the small one had, well, the small one had three, um, yeah, 3 rows of, okay, let me show you this one. See this? See how cute that is? Oh my gosh, it's just so cute. And it looks even and it looks pretty. And you know what? Hers. Oh, I see my mistake. Hers has 2 rows. Looky here at the little one. This is where my mistake is. Okay. Well, thank you, Barbara, for figuring that out. It is supposed to have 2 rows of wheat stitch or 2 sections of wheat stitch. And my poor little pitiful mushroom cap has 1. And that right there is probably where the whole problem lies. There's 2 rows and mine only has 1. Okay, so let me show you. Do you see mine? I only have the 1 row of wheat stitch, and I don't know what happened in the middle there. I don't know what happened in the middle there. Well, that explains it, right? That explains it. I'm going to have to give this another go. I'm going to have to give this another go. Hey, the bigger one does come down a little more. It does. I'm not going to try another big one. I'm going to try another little one and see if I can get that right. So, okay, so here's my very poorly made mushroom. Much apologies to Brianna K. Much apologies. It helps if you actually do her pattern. Oh, my Lanta. So I'm going to have to give that a go again. Um, so it was Brianna K's wheat stitch pattern. The pattern itself is $6.50, which, listen, okay, so I'm not even gonna go there. Not even gonna go there. Okay. So I'm not going to begrudge anyone the cost of their pattern. It's very cute. I flubbed it up and made a wonky. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. So her pattern is $6.50, and I am just not going to. Not going to say anything more. So anyway, I'm going to have to try again. So I did make a red one because I did like her red. And but this time I think I'm going to make a different color. I don't know. What color should I make? Should I make a whimsical like blue or green or purple, maybe purple? I don't know. Give me an idea of what you think. And yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let me just own it. I made a mistake. I flubbed this one up. But still, how could I get to 60 around here? I did. The numbers matched up exactly. And then the bottom is 60. How could I do that? I don't know. I guess the wheat stitch rows are not increase rows. They just add another level to it. I do. the big one leans. Let me see. Let's take a look here. Yeah, she, well, see, here's the thing. You can manipulate it to lean or not to lean, but mine, I could not get it to go straight because there was too much bunched up underneath. So, yeah, I do see how the big one does lean. Yeah. Um, Interesting. Interesting. So anyway, my biggest apologies to Brianna K. Obviously, it was operator error. Figured it out on screen today. Oh my goodness. Oh my Lanta. Coffee with a little bit of half and half is what is in my cup. And yeah. So let's take a look here. How many days until Christmas? How many days until Christmas? How about 190 days? 190 days. Yeah. Isn't that absolutely insano? I think so. I think so. Absolutely insano. Yeah. 190 days. And, oh, here we go. This is what's going on. Oh, what is going on with this? No. Is that better? I think that's better. Okay. Um, so 190 days until Christmas. The Christmas countdown is getting real. It is getting real. Um, yeah, I don't even have anything else to say about Christmas. I um, I do have some news about my mosaic blanket. Looks like I'm not going to get it finished before the end of June, but that's okay. That's okay. Not every project is something that gets finished right away, which is why we have Wip Wednesday, right? Works in progress Wednesday. Yes. And so I am going to work on this project right here. And let's see if I can get a little bit of this done. I do like this yarn a lot. And I'm going to have to figure out how to make that little mushroom and make it turn out the right way, the right way. I don't know. Isn't this pretty? This is turning out really pretty. This is kind of a retro looking kind of green. It is called Cobblestone Ivy. And so it has some greens and tans. And it is, I love this yarn. And yeah. So for those of you who are into mystery shows, we are currently watching two different shows. We're watching several different shows, but one of them is called You're Killing Me, and it stars Brooke Shields. And you can watch it on Acorn, which we are subscribed to that through Prime. So we watch Acorn on our Prime channel. And it is a new show. And I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if you can watch it on regular TV, but it is showing up on Acorn once a week. So it is a once a week show, and there are 4 episodes in so far. So, yeah, we're really enjoying it. Each episode has its own murder mystery within it, and then there's a storyline that's being carried through. So it keeps you coming back, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad that the main characters are kind of calming down. The storyline was an older uh, writer and a younger writer team up, and um, they clash a lot. And so I'm glad that they're not clashing as much as they were in the beginning, because it was a little tiring. Um, the acting is pretty good. It is a little more, it's not campy. I don't want to say campy, but it's almost campy. Almost campy. And so, anyway, I do like it. Have you seen it? See. Good morning, Catherine. Good. Go grab your tea, my dear. Go grab your tea. All right. I am going to be over these squares by the time October comes. Totally over these squares. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with me while we crochet together. And I am looking forward to working on that mushroom project, another little mushroom project. I think I will do, I don't know. I don't really want to have a red and a blue one. I mean, a red and a purple one together, because it's kind of like that. When I am old, I shall wear purple, and it's the Red Hat Society kind of a thing. I never did like the Red Hat Society, and I I don't know. I had almost a physical reaction to the Red Hat Society ladies. They're all wearing purple dresses and red hats, and while I'm sure that they thoroughly enjoyed it, I did not. I don't know why. I don't know why. So, my apologies to you if you are a Red Hat Society lady. If you don't know what that is, it is older ladies that get together and they do fun things. But they wear red hats wherever they go, and they, I guess, they are just embracing their age and enjoying themselves, which there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. They've been around quite a while, because I was young, a young lady, and yeah, I did not like that society. I think what I didn't like about it was that they all had to wear the same color hats. It was a little, I thought, embarrassing. I was young. what did I know? I didn't know anything about being whimsical or embracing, the quirky and whimsical side of life. I guess I thought everything had to be serious. There was a lot of serious things, you know. It's so funny because every age thinks that this is it. This is the season. This is the time period. And by funny, I don't mean haha funny. But this is the time period where there's a lot of turmoil and there's this and there's that. But if you look through history, it seems to be the work of man, Um, throughout history, there was war, rumors of war, and um, there were times of strife, there were times of injustice, there were times of, great upheaval. Um, and today's no different. Today's no different. It's just a new flavor in the ice cream box, a new flavor of war and strife and discord. So I don't know. So I did see that our friend Cree was um, going to watch um, the soccer match, and it was between Belgium and Egypt. And I don't know a whole lot about soccer. Like, I know that you kick a ball and you have to get it into the goal. And I know that you can't touch it with your hands unless there's a certain circumstance where you can pick it up and throw it. I don't even know what that circumstance is, but I do know that there is a circumstance where you can pick it up and throw it. Um, Now, I saw that their score was 1-1. And so obviously they tied. Why don't they have a tiebreaker? I don't know. I'm not sure why, but congrats to both teams for holding their own, and yeah, for tying. I don't know what that means, but I did. I did keep track of it because I knew that that Cree was watching it and enjoying and excited about the game, and so of course I am excited as well. And I did see her team; they were in red, and she said that their team was the Red Devils. So I checked it out. And yeah, I was not able to watch the whole game, but I did check out. Um, Even the commentary was a little bit confusing, but I did give it a try. So yeah, I told my husband, "Hey, why don't we watch more other sports?" Um, Sometimes we watch NASCAR, which I personally find really interesting. I am very interested in the drivers and in their crew team, and yeah, I'm and their owners. Um, Very interested, but So what is on your hook? This is Wip Wednesday, and I haven't even asked you what is on your hook. I need to know because I'm nosy like that, and I want to know, what are you working on this Wip Wednesday? I am currently working on a granny square. It's a solid granny square, and this one I think is going to be my number 16 solid granny square, and I'm using this. I love this yarn, super soft print. So it's called a print, but it kind of has a stripe to it, right? And so, yeah, I like it. I like it. It's very nice. Very awesome. Awesome blossom. Cree, hi. Cree is knitting baby dresses. Wow. Cree, were you here when I was talking about your team and how they tied 1-1? And I did watch a little bit of the game. I was able to watch a little bit, and I found it very interesting. But I don't know why they allowed the tie game. I'm not sure the rules for that. In most of the other games that I watch, they don't normally end in a tie. They normally go into what we call overtime, and so I wasn't sure about that. I'm enjoying crocheting. Sorry about that. They were very lazy. Oh my. They were very lazy. I mean, they have a huge field to run. Cree, you're so cute. Okay, this is only in finals. Okay. All right. Interesting. Um, oh, Racine is knitting a shawl. That is awesome, Ray. Ray. That is awesome. I'm going to try and finish this by the time we get through with our live today. I'm going to try and have this finished. We make 10 rows of solid granny square, and that is what the square is. And this is probably, I'm pretty sure this is number 16. And so when we get together, probably what we'll do is a row. I don't know if we'll put it together with a row of black, with a row of white. I'm not sure. I really do like the black that borders a granny square. If you look here, this is a solid granny square that I've got behind me. And I did a black single crochet and around each, and then I crocheted them together. So, yeah. Um, and I do like that a lot. Of course, it depends on the color, but most of the colors that you use, well, if you use a white or a cream or a black or a gray or even a brown, those are very neutral colors, and they help the colors in the square kind of pop a little bit. Oh no, it's going to rain today, just like last Wednesday. Oh no. Oh, now you go on Sunday to Iran? Oh wow. So, is it true that the United States, let's see, who is who is hosting the FIFA World Cup 2026? And I think it's um, fixtures, groups, teams, tickets, stages set. Hosting of the tournament will be shared between Canada, Mexico, and the USA. The final will be played on July 19th in New York, New Jersey. Wow. Interesting. So the final of the World Cup, of the FIFA World Cup, will be played in New York, New Jersey. Interesting. Well, I thought that it had something to do with New York, but I wasn't exactly sure. Not exactly sure. But now I know. Hmm, interesting. I don't know enough about Mexico, Canada, USA. Okay, good. Oh, you're not sure if you're doing your market today? Is it because of the rain? Yeah. Oh, Catherine, I you probably came in late and did not see this, but this is the Brianna K mushroom. It's that cute mushroom. I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. Do you see how it has the wheat stitch? I should have made 2 rows of wheat stitch. And now I had the right count, 60 stitches. And then the bottom of it is 60 stitches. So then you hook them together, you crochet them together. But the top was a lot smaller than the bottom, even with a 60 stitch count. And I think it's because I should have done another wheat stitch row. I'm not sure. But anyway, I messed up. But I'm going to keep it the way it is and I'm going to display it on my shelf and I'm going to enjoy it. And this time I used beans, dried beans, in the bottom of the mushroom, so it held it steady. I think if I make anything again that is a shelf sitter, such as my, well, she sits pretty good. She sits pretty good without having a problem with it. Now, of course, she's all wonky because, you know, I am so not good at attaching the arms properly, attaching the head properly. I'm not good at that, but yeah. So, anyway, um, her little ears, like this one likes to fall down and then this one stays up. So she's just a little wonky girl. This is my goat, my goaty goat. If you can see, she has her little beard here. But I could have put some beans in the bottom of her, And that would have made her sit even more sturdy. She does sit pretty sturdy. But anyway, I could have done it. And I think anytime I do something like this in the future, um, I will do that. So just so that I can get the sturdiness of it, I made that one mushroom, and it was quite large. I can't remember if that was MJ. It might have been MJ's off the hook. And I was very pleased with it, but I have a hard time getting it to stand upright. And it's because I did not follow her guideline and put something in the bottom of it to weigh it down. And I should have done that. I really should have. Um, so, anyway, that's what I get for not listening, right? That's what I get. So little sassafras, she is fine because she has kind of a flat bottom right here. So she sits pretty good, but she does like to tip over a little bit every now and then. And so if she had a little bit more weight in her bottom, it would be a little better to keep her more sturdy and steady. So anyway, there is sassafras sitting away. So I don't really have anything going on this week. Um, Nothing really happening this week. Not blueberries, our blackberries are coming ripe this week. We have lots of wild blackberry plants, vines on our property. And oh, you still love it. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Even though I messed up, I did mess up big time. So we have lots of wild blackberries on our property, and they are coming ripe right now, and it's the perfect time to pick them. So, yeah, we picked some um, and tried them out 2 days ago, and my sweet sister-in-law and sweet brother-in-law, on their way in yesterday, they found um, a vine that had tons of blackberries in it. So they stopped and picked a whole lot of them. And yeah. So we're going to have to go out again today and check them out and see if we can get enough so that maybe we can make, a little blackberry cobbler or maybe some blackberry jam. I don't know. To make blackberry jam, you have to have 8 cups of fruit or juice or whatever. So, yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway. Um, Sassafras is old. I think you made it at the cabin. I did. I did. I made sassafras. I was making sassafras the week that, and it was actually 4th of July week. July 1st is when my sweet hubby had his head on collision. Um, and Tanya and I were at the cabin. It devastated me. Like I didn't sleep. Um, yeah, it was very crazy time. But we stayed at the cabin, and we were staying at the cabin, and there was Tanya had one dog that had to be put down because she was just very he was just very sick and old, and it was just time. And then she had another dog at the same time that got very sick with pancreatitis. And that poor sweet dog had to be in the veterinary hospital for a week, I believe. And so we could not go straight home to check on my sweet hubby. He got out of the hospital and the man went right to work the next day. I don't even know how he did it. I don't even know how he did it. He didn't have any time left, and so he went to work after being in a head-on collision. And so, hey, Tim, how are you? Miguel, how are you? Two guys show up at the same time. That's awesome. That's awesome. Miguel, let me show you what I finished. Now, you're going to think I'm pretty nifty, right? I'm not. I'm not nifty. You know why? I messed up. This is the mushroom that you sent me the link for. There's supposed to be 2 rows of wheat stitch, and I only did 1. And then look at the bottom. What a mess, huh? What a mess that is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I had 60 stitches and the bottom was 60 stitches. So the stitch count was right, but the height on this was not right. And yeah. So I'm going to make another one because I want to make another one and make it the right way. It's really wonky. It's really wonky. Look at that under there. Isn't that crazy? It's like a little wrinkly old man under there. Oh my goodness. So anyway, but I manipulated it so that this front looks like a nice mushroom. Even though the back looks, I don't know what it looks like. Maybe a bunch of hemorrhoids coming out or something. I don't know. Anyway, what do I know? So the front looks nice. Oh, thank you, Miguel. Thank you for being so supportive. I did not make enough of I should have made one more section. You know, it would be 2 rows to make the wheat stitch section. And that probably would have made a difference. It would have made a difference. Yeah. So anyway, ta-da. And I'm going to make another one and do it the right way. And this one, I put dried beans. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Catherine. She said, sweetie, mushrooms grow in the wild. Of course it's going to be wonky. Well, it is definitely wonky. Definitely. So, and at first, please forgive me, but I was thinking that it was designer error. It was not. I should have known better. It was operator error. Of course, it was my fault. Of course it was. Of course it was. Oh, her design is perfect. What was I thinking? Well, I wasn't. Hey, look at that. I'm at the end of this row. I'm going to have to count this soon because it's not at 10, I can tell, but it's getting close to 10. Hey, look at this color. This is nice. This color is kind of like the underside of, look at this. It's like creamy and a little golden. How pretty is that? Very pretty. It kind of reminds me of the underside of a little Pomeranian, that where the little white fluff is poking out. Yeah. Oh, your neighbor is working on your car. I'm so glad that you have a neighbor. who is able and willing to work on your car like that, Miguel. Oh my goodness, what a blessing, right? What a blessing. What if you had to, like the rest of us, rely on shops to fix your car? That is so expensive. I mean, all of it is expensive, but to pay a mechanic to fix your car, crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 3 more rows, and then this one will be done, which I'm glad about. So, what is going on in your world right now? What is happening in your world? Catherine, did you finish making all of those potatoes? And when is the funeral that you're attending? Was that yesterday? I think you said it was Tuesday, which would have been yesterday. How did that go? How did that go? Oh boy, the garage wanted roughly $400 plus tax. Wow. I know. I know. It's uh, mm. My grandson. I'm so proud of him. He is starting his junior year this coming school year in high school, and he is going to be dual enrolled in the VOTEC um, school and in the high school. So he'll get a high school diploma and he'll get his certification for auto mechanic. He'll be a certified auto mechanic by the time he finishes high school. And I'm so proud of him. This is what he wants to do. He wants to learn how to fix cars. And he already knows a lot more than I do. And so anyway, yeah. So it'll be nice to have an auto mechanic in the family, even though he's currently in Florida. Florida born and raised. Look at that. I'm really liking that section. I don't know if you can fully appreciate how um, pretty that color is, but there are so many colors in this. Like just looking at this, so there's the cream, there is 2 different shades of green, actually almost 3, because where the brown and the green, the darker green meet, it turns into almost an olive. So that's like 3 colors of green. And then there's the brown and the tan. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. Look at that. I'm really, really liking this. You can see it better this way. I'm really liking this. I like the way it's working out. I really do. Let's see. Um, oh, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Um, Catherine says, no, I'll be working on them today. No, the funeral is in a couple of weeks. They are doing an investigation on it, It was tragic. I am so sorry. So sorry that happened. Oh my goodness. Um, so you're still working on the potatoes? Okay. So Catherine had told us that her daughter's friend had tragically passed away, and her nickname was Little Potato. And so Catherine is making little potato crochet for the funeral so that everybody can take a memento home um, to remember Little Potato, which is just heartwarming and heartbreaking at the same time. Catherine, what a sweet idea. What a sweet thought. So I am so sorry that it was a tragic accident or a tragic turn of events that they're having to investigate her passing away. Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot more of this light tan than I thought there would be. That's good. That's very good. So it says it's a print, but it's kind of more like a stripe because there's quite a bit of each strain of color. So you get a nice long row of color. With the with the variegated, I they always changed color way too fast. And I don't know. I guess they wanted it to be like all different colors all together. But I always liked it when you could at least see more than one stitch in a color. There are some variegateds that you make one double crochet and boom, you're done with that color, and then the next one is a totally different color. Seems like that would be harder to manufacture than if you did whole big sections of one color or two colors. I don't know. Ooh, okay. So now it's actually getting into a white. So we had the creamy tan. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Let me see. Here we go. Yeah. So can you see like this has like a little bit of golden on it, and then this is very white. All right. Oh, nice. Miguel says, I went to trade school, 1 week academic, 1 week trade. Your trade was graphic arts. That's awesome, Miguel. That's awesome. Oh, okay. Let me see. Did I miss something, Miguel? Let me take a look. Oh, oh, good news. Good news. Miguel says yesterday was cardiologist appointment and I got a great report. Go back in 6 months for labs, but August 5th is my 1 year anniversary of the heart surgery. Then I'm off the blood thinner 2 times a day. Wow. That is amazing, Miguel. Wow. Good job. Good job. I feel like we go through our lives and we take things for granted, like health and youth. youth and health, right? And why not should we take advantage of it, right? Because we don't have any reference to anything different. Um, you know, we are young, we're strong, we're energetic, we have, lots of energy, we have um, a zest for life. And then as we age, if we have health problems or just general, getting older, you slow down a little bit. I know, right, Miguel? What's youth? Yes. You slow down a little bit, maybe, a health issue pops up here and there, and you're in a whole new cycle of life. You're in a whole new section of life that you never imagined, really. And for younger people who are hit with tragic illnesses, it's the same thing for them. You are suddenly thrust into a whole new world where medical is your life, where you are, immersed in this test and that test and this upcoming test and, this procedure and that procedure and this blood test and that blood test. And it kind of consumes your world. And people around you may not understand how talking about it and sharing it um, and celebrating the good things like a good report from a cardiologist, how that is a part of life right now. For the young, it's, you know, passing a test or, getting their driver's license or, getting good grades or graduating from high school or, that's young, getting married, having babies, whatever it is that is a part of youth. And then as we get older, we don't have our only guideline, our only, is from watching those who have gone before us, and how they have handled it. And since they didn't have a guideline either, they may or may not be the best guideline, but it's what we've got. And so I don't know. Anyway, I'm waxing philosophical here and I should not be doing that. But, um, you know, I've always heard the phrase getting old is not for the weak. And it's kind of true. It's kind of true. So if you are of the younger set, if you still have your health and if you are, able to enjoy taking walks and climbing stairs and all of those things, um, enjoy it while you can. Keep it up. If you are able to walk the stairs, keep walking the stairs. If you are able to keep, walk around the block, keep walking around the block. Don't give up. Because when you're worn down and unable to do those things, you miss it. You really miss it. And if you're around people who are, you know, like me, a little bit older, um, show a little bit of grace. Um, and let's see. And maybe slow down a little bit for them. Oh, the grandparents and the parents that slow down for the little one's legs. Well, when you get older, you slow down just like the little ones did with the little legs. So, all right, let's see. What row am I on? I think I'm on row 8. I think I just started row 8. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, I just started row 9. Yay. I have 2 more rows to go. And where are we with our time? Oh, you know what? I scrolled down a little bit, so I lost my time. We're over an hour. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, if you don't mind, I'm just going to hang out and chat a little bit and crochet. Get your hook and let's crochet. Let's crochet together. I just started row 9 and I need 10 rows to finish this solid granny square. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. And then after this, I'm going to grab some blue. Ooh, I have a really pretty bluish green. Do you remember when you were little and the Crayola box? If you had the bigger box that had all the colors, 64 colors, now they have one that has like 2,567,000 colors, you know? Not really. I'm just obviously exaggerating. But you know, the 64 color box, that one was like top notch. You were doing it right if you had that box. And in there was blue green and there was green blue. And I used to talk to myself about those colors all the time because the green blue, okay, one of them was a little more green and one of them was a little more blue. So the green blue was a little more blue and the blue green was a little more green, but it was a bluish green. So this one I think that I'm looking at is a teal, more on the side of green. Anyway, I might do that color. I don't know. Should I do a fun color for the mushroom? Okay. Tell me what you think. All right. So this is the mushroom that I made. It is a tan and a red. It's a true red. I don't know if it's coming across as a true red, but it is. What color should I make the next mushroom? Ah, oh, nice. See, Tanya is influenced too. Tanya says, Catherine, thanks for mentioning tea. I made a cuppa because you said that. I am enjoying it immensely. See, we all influence each other for the best, right? For the best. Tanya, are you able to crochet yet? She had been really working hard um, on her shirt, and she was just going at it. And then she had the throat surgery, and it slowed her down. Um, Part of it was the pain pills that she was on. Part of it was, you know, recovering from the anesthesia and the medicine that they used to knock her out. Part of it was just the healing. You know, when you have anything in your body that's healing, it puts all its energy there. Oh, teal with lilac or purple. That does sound pretty. Ooh. So maybe what if I did a purple base, like a straight purple, and did the teal? I like purple and teal together. Do I have any lilac? I don't have any lilac on my shelf. Um, no. I know I had a light purple, but I don't have it on my shelf to look at. And who knows? Who knows where it is? I don't know. So maybe, oh, what is this doing here? See, I have yarn all around me, all surrounding me. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, yes, that's right. I still have yarn in this bag. Oh, I forgot about this yarn. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. I don't know if you can see, but this is sock yarn. It has a little bit of green, a little bit of purple in it. And then look at this. This right here is, I think it's mohair. Let me see. No, it's cashmere. It's cashmere. Okay. Alrighty. I have yarn everywhere. Everywhere. Let's see. Your brain focus is gone. Yeah. Oh, you know where Hobby Lobby is? Yes, you do. But the sale was last week, I think. Sale was last week. I don't think it's this week. So, oh. Oh. Oh, Catherine. Thank you for sending me that that photo. Wow. Okay, let's see. Hobby Lobby. Let's look at the yarn, and I think it was last week was the yarn sale. Yep. Last week was the yarn sale. So we got to wait till next week if you're going to get any yarn. Yeah. Oh, my Lanta. Yeah. Okay. Let me finish this. And so do you have any projects in mind? Do you have anything that is like floating your boat? I tell you what, this mushroom really got me going. That bag has the fancy yarn. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It has the fancy yarn. So when I saw this pattern, I really, okay, and if you look, I made a mistake right here too. It was supposed to have this ridge, and instead I did it backwards. So I'm assuming the ridge is on the other side. Anyway, I made mistakes on this one. Ugh. Um, when I saw that mushroom pattern, it kind of got me revved up a little bit because, quite honestly, I have several larger projects that are started. I have the pink and brown puzzle yarn blanket that is started, and it's not hard. It's just a half double crochet back and forth, changing colors as I desire. It's not hard, but it's there. Okay, it's there. And then I have the mosaic blanket, and I'm going to have to pack it up and put a label on it along with the pattern and the yarn, and just set it aside because I know it is. I'm avoiding it because I've got this brain block going on where no, it's not hard. You just have to follow each row, but keeping up with each row is not easy right now for me for whatever reason. I don't know why. This is an example because obviously I messed up several places on this where I shouldn't have messed up, but my focus, my, whatever. So, yeah, yeah. So, I'm going to have to set that aside because I'm just not able to focus on that right at the moment. But I did learn mosaic crochet is not as hard as I thought, and I should have gone with, since it was my my May June project, I should have gone with something smaller, and shame on me for not doing that because I would have been finished by now if I had made anything like a cow or a dishcloth or anything like that. So note to self, next month when I do the Bavarian crochet, and that is what is for July and August. When I do the Bavarian crochet, I'm going to choose a smaller project. Yeah. And that way I can actually complete it and be successful, not stress myself out. And if, like with the knitting, if I decide, oh, that's great, let me go on and make another one, then I can do that. But which is what I did for the knitting. I got very excited about it, and I started new knitting projects. I currently have one knitting project, one project on my needles, and I will not start another knitting project until I finish this one. So, and I'm not at a difficult stage. I'm at an easy stage. It's just knit in the round. So yeah, it's not hard. I just need to do it. So anyway, um, ah, oh, you're hoping that week that there's the 30% off. Yes, me too. So let's see. Okay, so this is no, yes, 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 no, yes. Okay, so um, for 2 days, the first day you arrive and the next 2 days, it will be 30% off. So the next week, it's a no. So since we're going Thursday to Thursday, that's good because at least one of those weeks will be. So the yes week is the first, second, and third. The no week is the following week. So we'll make time. We'll make time. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you. I have a new project in my head. Are you ready? Okay, so I have been, like with this, okay? I've been trying to cozy up my bedroom, okay? And hanging pictures. I hung a shelf that has a dowel below it to hang a quilt. And it's a quilt that my mom made probably 40 or 50 years ago. Yeah, probably 50 years ago. Anyway, it's between 40 and 50 years old. And so I hung that, and um, I'm just trying to do cozy in that room, hence why I made this to go on a shelf. Um, you know, the cozy crochet is an easy way um, to sweeten up your space and to make it exactly what you want. And so I'm doing doilies and different things like that. I know it's grandma kind of vibe, but you know, I'm a grandma. So it's okay. I'm a grandma. I want to sweeten up the space um, so that you know when the grandkids come, that there is always a sweet vibe in our home, a sweetness to our home, so that they have good memories of it. Oh, you already know what you want, and you just need a little this time. Okay, awesome, awesome, Catherine. Yeah. That's awesome. So, anyway, I've been doing that. Well, we have a cat tower. We call it a tree. It's not a tree. It's, it has the base level and then it has the next level with like a little bit of a ledge and 3 pillars and then 3 pillars. But the back pillar on the second level is rope because it's, so that the cats can like scratch their claws or whatever. And then the top level, which just has 1 pillar and then the top circle part where they can get up there and relax and be really high up, right? So anyway, this cat tree has seen better days. The cats have scratched on it, and so 3 of the pillars that are visible, now there's 3 on the second level and 1 on the top level. So the back level is rope, and then the front 2 is carpet, and then on the third level it's carpet. So it's seen better days. Some of the carpet is kind of like, non-existent because the cats have scratched or whatever. My idea is to crochet and like, so the circle part, I'm going to crochet and hot glue on the top and the bottom and go around, make like a rectangle shape long, and then just kind of, so it'll be like taking a big ribbon and just putting it around it and then, taping it if we were going to tape it, but I'm going to hot glue it so that it doesn't fall off with the kitty. We only have the 1 kitty right now. So I'm going to do that. And then around the pillars, I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a granny square, a solid granny square, or if I'm going to do a more solid color or a variegated color or something like that. But I'm going to make it cozy. I'm going to use colors that are muted and not boring, not like tan. I'm going to use an actual color, like a nice soft blue, soft green, soft rose, just soft colors so that it kind of blends in, but then I'm going to dress it up. What do you think about that? So it's in a corner of our bedroom. And when you walk into the bedroom, it's in the corner right here between 2 windows because, the corner, there's a window, and it's right there in the corner. And our cat likes to lay in it. I wouldn't take it away because that is one of her safe places to get in. It's also where we put her food because if we don't, then the doggo right here, and I won't say her name because she's sleeping really well, the doggo will go in and wipe out all of her food. And that's kind of expensive, right? So we put her little food bowl on the second level, and there's enough room for her to lay on the second level. It's kind of a big circle, or a lot of times she'll get up on the top level and lay up there. So I don't want to get rid of it because of that. Plus, then she can look out the window and, have access to watch the birds or whatever. So, have you ever heard of that? So, I'm going to kind of like, how they do yarn bombing in cities and towns, and how they'll wrap the yarn around light poles and trees and just all kinds of things. Well, that's what I'm going to do with this cat tree. And so I'm kind of excited about it because I don't think it's going to take a lot of effort to do that. I don't think it's going to take a lot of crochet to get that done. It's just going to take, a couple of rectangles, however high it is, and then wrap it and then hot glue it. I'm not even going to try to sew it. I'm just going to hot glue it and be done with it, because that way it'll get done. And I can put the hot glue part on the back side. You're not going to see it. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. So Catherine, what kind of yarn do you need from Hobby Lobby? The last time Catherine was in the States, we took her to Hobby Lobby for the very first time, and she loved it. She absolutely loved it. It was so fun. I filmed it. It's 2 years ago in October. And I put it out there on my channel. If you go back, you can watch it. I don't know. It might be hard to find. I don't know. If I can find it, I'll put it out there so that you can see it again. But super fun. It was a Canadian's first time in Hobby Lobby, and I think that was the title of it. And super fun, super fun. So yeah, see how this is just kind of popping with the white row, and then now we have a brown row. Anyway, well, we have been on for an hour and a half, and I am just so thankful. Oh, Tanya has a mama and 2 cubs 20 feet from her, from the cabin, 20 feet from the cabin. Plushy yarn. Good. Good, Catherine. Good. Oh, Tanya has been having a lot of bear activity around her cabin in Pigeon Forge. And Tim, her husband, my sweet brother-in-law, has come across bears more than ever in his life. Yeah, while he's walking the dogs. And wow. So there's a mama and 2 cubs 20 feet from you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's exciting and scary at the same time. Oh my Lanta. So if you go visit Tanya, make sure you have, your eyes peeled and keep looking for bears. Bring a loud clacker noise maker, and maybe some bear spray. I don't know. Bears are usually not aggressive unless you get between the mama and the babies. So Tanya, don't go outside. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, folks. Well, I thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been fun. I am a little tired right now, so I'm going to stop crocheting that. I need a little more coffee and maybe some breakfast. And so I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the week. I will see you on Friday. And until then, stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I will see you next time.